because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many facilities abandoned after the colony war, the pirates used them as forward operating bases.
Sinclair's books is where I need to go. Where is Sinclair's books? It's in Midtown? There's Chunks. Galbank's there. There's the post. That's the arms. There's Chunks.
Okay, let's all just take a breath here. We all want to protect people from the Ashta. We're on the same side here.
Places like this make you appreciate home.
That's the end of it.
With due respect, I have repeatedly explained that I do not need permission. I came to you in the spirit of cooperation, but if this is the reaction...
20 years, we've done this my way, and it has always worked. Always! Why are you trying to fix something that ain't broken?
Mr. Wilson, we can deal with the Ashta better, safer. We didn't turn down fire or space flight because we managed just fine until that point.
I will not be talked down to like this.
Okay. Miss Alpin, please don't take any further action until we've had some time to think this over. All right?
We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the Ashta.
People around here think we own Akila. They're wrong. The Ashta do. Friend, I gotta confess, I'm not much in the mood for conversation. I know, I shouldn't let that woman get up under my skin, but, well, I can't seem to help it.
What was that all that about anyway?
Girl comes in here with her big ideas about how we defend our city. No respect for the way we've done things for years. No worries about the possible consequences. And expect us to thank her for making our lives more difficult. I tell you, I've never seen entitlement like that.
Thought she makes some good points.
Well then, you got about as much sense as she does.
I didn't hear the points.
Look, this ain't New Atlantis. It ain't all flowers and chirping birds out there. These walls around us, they're here for a damn good reason. I've trained the guards here for years, again, for a damn good reason. We get it wrong, we not watching all the time, then the Ashta kill innocent people. That's the simple reality of the situation. So when someone struts into town with their untested ideas on how to do things better than those of us who dedicated our lives to protecting the city, that don't go over so well.
If security can't be improved, that's the one. Or what's she trying to do?
I don't know, some technical mumbo-jumbo about sensors and behavior predictions. That's not the point. She expects us to just change up how things work, and I can't abide by it. We've gotten along just fine until now.
If security can't be improved, that's the one for everyone.
That's a big if. And I'm not about to do a live test of whatever tech she thinks she got. Look, this is getting my blood pressure up talking about this so damn much. You think you can talk some sense into her? Be my guest. Otherwise, I suggest you leave defending this city to the people who spent their lives doing it.
You could just station a guard and see what happens.
Well, you sure don't look like you're delivering the capacitors I'm waiting for. Something I can do for you?
You mean to get you some capacitors?
No, you misunderstand, I think. I placed the order last week. I'm just waiting for it to actually show up. So, did you need something, or...?
Hey, you have some new tech for defending the city.
No. That's not really accurate. It is, however, slightly less openly hostile a reaction than I've gotten around here, so I'll take it. I'm not sure what you've heard, or, quite frankly, why this seems to be getting around the way it is. Despite assertions to the contrary, I'm not attempting to run anyone out of a job, or open the city gates to allow Ashta to come pouring in. Nor am I in any way attempting to make a statement about the competence of the current security forces and/or apparatus in Akila City. I hope that clears things up.
I feel like I just got broadsided by the fine print. Do you know what the hell she just said?
No, I do not. Hey, I'm on your side here.
Are you? Huh. That's refreshing. I need to prove that what I'm working on can make a positive difference. Then you'll see it my way. I could really use some help, in fact, just to make sure this all goes off without a hitch. Would you be willing to place some sensors for me?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I need them to start gathering data. Pretty simple. I could do it myself, but at this point, I think... That is great news. Just take these and stick them in specific spots in the city along the wall. When you're done, come find me. I'll find something to do with...
We'll take it from here. If it weren't for the walls...
People joke. Say those Baroon zealots worship a snake.
I'm saving up.
All right, so I need to find the book.
Have a nice day now.
The book place. The core manor. That's the rock.
Outside the wall, things get dicey. Ashta are no joke. Even for us.
Keep it moving.
There it is.
Well, looks like we got another off-world.
It's agriculture systems.
I don't know.
Help with the bank robbery.
I'm Annie Wilcox. You're new in town, aren't you? That means I'm gonna keep my eye on you.
I'll be keeping my eye on you too.
Nice try. But when I don't want to be seen, I'm like an Ashta in the night.
Nice to meet you.
Is it? Or are you just saying that? See, I work for the Freestar Rangers. I'm the first ever Ranger Surveillance Assistant. And that's not some dumb made-up title. Ranger Emma Wilcox gave it to me. So it's official.
What does the Ranger Surveillance Assistant do?
I watch people and listen to them. If I hear something about smuggling or Aurora or gangs, I tell the Rangers. It's easy, because no one pays attention to kids. Plus, I know a lot
you're
of
not
hiding
wrong.
places all over the city.
Ranger Emma Wilcox, is she your mother?
That's right. She's the senior ranger, which means she's in charge of me and all the other rangers. Well, except Diego, because he's a senior ranger too. Oh, and the marshal. He's in charge of all the rangers.
Must be pretty good to earn a title like that.
I'm the best ranger surveillance assistant that ever lived. Someday, I'll teach other kids the tricks of it. So what's it gonna... Are you gonna be a law-abiding citizen?
What list?
My list of people who might be troublemaker. You don't want to be on my... That's the right answer. Akila City is just... And it's up to us,
And Ranger Surveillance Assistants.
Someone's stealing guns and stuff from Laredo Arms.
And none of the adults believe us.
So we're hoping...
Why don't they believe you?
Because they're dumb. I gave security whole list of crimes and leads. I'm practically doing...
I'm game to help.
Emily was right about you. I was doing my ranger patrol one night, and there was a suspicious character casing Laredo Arms. I watched him as long as I could, but I had to rush home for bedtime. First thing in the morning, I came back and interrogated Justin Sneed. And he said they were tracking down an inventory discrepancy. I told him about the suspicious stranger.
This character is a thief?
I couldn't prove anything. He was trying to make sure no one could see him. My mom says you have to listen to your gut in this business. Exactly! This case was too big for just one ranger.
I'm an assistant ranger surveillance assistant.
Or, something like that. And we found out that the thief breaks in most nights. But, like, really late. He's got his... We just need to catch him.
He has a key card?
Emily caught him opening the side door one night. That's when we knew for sure we have an actual criminal here. We did all the things. Crime scene investigated. Witnesses interviewed. And suspect tailed.
You did all that. Akila City Security's got competition. Oh, please don't tell Cora. She's, handful enough without getting more ambitious ideas.
I followed the suspect all day. He had no idea.
You're doing Akila City a big service. Best I figure he's there around midnight. You need to wait for him to exit Laredo. Then we need to bring him to... Stranger! Stranger! Come here!
Where's Laredo? It goes around.
I heard Mr. Wright's gonna be looking for an apprentice.
Jeez.
Sorry, can't talk.
Here's the trade authority. Pretty sure it's not the trade authority that has
I run
it.
the branch. You being here is curious. Not our usual sort of customer.
The Trade Authority looks to partner with local governments to find mutual... I do have need of a courier, but it requires discretion. That's what's on the paper. Take this message to the den. There's a Trade Authority rep. If you could take a... And that's the last we received. I'm the local representative. In that capacity, I work with With the long lag times of interstellar communication, after all, the trade... Got it.
Nothing there. Nothing I need. Where's the bookstore? That's Galbank. House of the Enlightened. Kilburn. Terra Brew.
The House of it, we are united in a great fellowship. Not at all. Well, most of us don't. I'm not here to make it. Having said all
Okay.
that, while
We kind of know all of this stuff.
together, it was nice visiting with you.
He doesn't have a mission or a quest for us. Thinking maybe he did, because the other one in New Atlantis did. Residential.
You heard
Is
of
this
the Helios
still
retreat?
going in?
Supposed to be some new age healing center for reforming criminals or whatever. Going up in Ixel too. I'm not holding my breath.
Well done. Well done indeed.
It must be on the other side, or I'm just straight missing it. I'm likely missing it, though, to be honest.
Something to report?
If I just missed it,
Nice job.
there's Midtown Minerals, there's Chunks.
Vigilance is what.
That's the barracks. There's Enhance.
So you want to come here for a half day?
A half
wish
day.
we had more
I talked with Miss
cultures
Kassler, and she'll give a full guided tour.
Oh, are you a friend of Sam Coe? I do so hope you both appreciate the museum. It's about his family, after all. Everything you see here is a piece of Akila. Very well. People are proud of their history here, so we get more visitors than I was expecting. So it gets pretty busy here, especially with school field trips. Akila City was founded over 150 years ago by Solomon Coe, a scientist and explorer from Earth. Along with other settlers, Coe built the structures you see in the part of the city we call the core. Those proud buildings still stand today. The planet was dangerous, so they built a wall around their settlement. Eventually, they ran out of space and started building outside the wall. Certainly. Akila City was founded along with other settlers. The planet was... There were so many buildings that they had to build another, larger wall, forming a second outer ring around the growing city. Of course, the city didn't stop growing, and before long, the third wall, the outer wall you see today, was constructed. Today, Akila City is the proud capital of the Freestar Collective, and the Council of Governors continues to meet here when they need to. Most people know Solomon Coe as the founder of Akila City and the father of the Freestar Collective. He was an astrophysicist who lived on Earth in a place called Wyoming. Solomon was born around the time people first started living in space. Later in life, he designed starships, and when Earth was in peril, those ships helped to save humanity by taking them to new homes in the stars. Absolutely. During the Great Exodus, Solomon came to this world. He named our star Cheyenne, which was also a place on Earth, and gave Akila its name too. He and some others built the settlement that would go on to become Akila City, and his descendants still live here today. There are some things I would kill to have. I mean, wait, not literally. But I would pay a lot for. You see, the Coe family lost a treasure trove of old historic documents ages ago. And those documents would be priceless to have here.
Huh. Those old things.
What sort of documents are you looking for?
Well, all of them were owned by our city's founder, Solomon Coe. He's more than that, really. He's one of the greatest heroes of the settled systems. These documents would be, like I said, priceless to the museum and to our guests. Their absence pains me. Jacob Coe and I have talked at length, and his great-grandfather was a troubled man. He sold off various historic documents to cover debts. They could be anywhere.
Troubled is a charitable way of putting it. Great-grandpa was a walking disaster. He almost lost everything, family estate included. Those documents she's talking about, they're real. We even have a few that survived.
Your father donated what was left to the museum.
Jacob did what? I didn't think charity was in his vocabulary.
If you find any of that trove of documents, I will pay dearly for it. Thank you. Think of the future generation. Let me see. Magnificent. These are Solomon's calculations that he used to do his first solo grav jump here. The data he gathered himself from his telescope in Wyoming. On Earth. Priceless. Oh dear Lord. It's real. It still exists. This is the original charter for Akila City. And you can see their signatures. This is really the birth of the Freestar Collective. The core philosophy of limited government and inalienable rights. All here. Thank you. If you find anything else... That is not something I expected to hear today. I assume you're somehow associated with the United Colonies? I've received some odd messages of late.
Sort of messages.
Several that bordered on being incomprehensible. Honestly, I thought it was some kind of strange prank until now. A bunch of gibberish about dire consequences and frequency modulation and genetic reconstruction. It all came across as rather unhinged.
Hey, I get it, but we have to collectively let go of this feud with the UC. And besides, this is really just about a tree and someone who is really, really attached to it.
Are you defending the UC? I must say, I expected more from a Coe. Well, I'm afraid you've wasted your time because I'm not authorized nor particularly inclined to release any of our pieces. That includes 100-year-old tree branches. Sorry, but it's staying in storage.
I'll steal it.
If you find any more of the Kofan... I hear what you're saying, but I'm afraid...
It can be very annoying when I need to be. If you don't give me that 3 minutes, I won't stop asking.
Handing over that branch is starting to look pretty good.
I'll bring it back.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Please.
Thank you. But this isn't the one I need. Where's the damn bookstore? Here's a sanctum.
I received. Sorry, we're still getting this place set up. I think the more man strives to know everything, the more we will see glimmers of God's hands.
Sinclair's books, here it is.
Could I get the digital copy of the things I buy here?
No.
What? Why not?
I sell books. Physical books.
Space is a premium on my ship. If I could download it to my slate, I could have a whole library.
There are places you can go for that, ma'am. Just not my shop. Good day.
Good day.
Can't we?
We're done here.
Great customer service. Just super.
My husband. I think he would have liked what I've done here. He so loved books. Feel free to read. This is a haven for... I am a bit of an aficionado of... Reading their stories is a revelation. I'll pay handsomely for any book. Except Charles Dickens.
What was Charles Dickens?
Oh, nothing wrong at all. When colonists were forced to leave Earth for good, cargo space was precious, and for some reason, I mean, he was an amazing. But what I give for a copy of the original Three Musketeers, mind you. I will, I assure. Movies, but books, or the actual thoughts of Julius Caesar pen. And they offer visions of the future. So... What's this? My goodness, the original source for Blackbeard! Let me see. Let's see.
I don't remember what book it is. This one. Pyro. There it is.
If you ever find an old Earth... Oh. You are welcome back.
That's what I was looking for the entire time. Alright, let's go over and talk to the Rangers.
Just be patient.
Close to midnight, we might as well just do this. We got about 15 minutes left. I knew today was going to be a short stream. We might end up streaming some tomorrow as well. From Starfield. Randomly. And Friday some F1. Is there a place I can like wait? There's not a way to like wait unless we sit down or sleep, right? I'm not seeing any like benches or anything.
People say it's a scam. I really think I should give it a shot.
Okay, sounds good.
That your ship that landed not too long ago? Sure.
Is there somewhere to sit in here?
The UC can't be that bad, can it?
There's not enough to do around
Here.
here.
You keep everything on the level and we'll get along grand. Just
Eat
here for
all
security.
sorts in Akila City.
Move along.
Akila's one of the oldest cities in the settled systems.
Okay, let's go.
It's supposed to be an easy job. What? Shit. Yeah?
How you red-handed? Don't try anything.
I won't. Oh god, this can't be happening. Oh god, no. Security.
Don't anybody move. Let's see. If it ain't the hero of Galbank. And who do we have here? Looks like you're carrying a lot of weapons for a nighttime stroll.
Hell, I give up.
Smart move. I got a tip something was going down tonight. Was little Annie actually right about all this?
It might be a kid, but she's formidable.
I kind of always thought she was a pest. Now, I got her from here. Akila City owes you again. And, thank Annie for me. Dear God, she's never gonna let us hear the end of this.
It's midnight. Annie should be asleep. He's in the rock. Have to go in the rock anyway.
And you're breathing? Back to normal yet?
Mostly. Still feels a little weird though. Guess I'm not used to having the tube out. But it's nothing that would keep me from
The mayor's alright.
Did you catch the thief? Tell me it worked.
Annie, what are you doing up? It's way past your bedtime.
Mom, I have to know. You got him right? Right?
Security has a suspect in custody. Seems like an open and shut case.
I told her over and over be there at midnight. And see? I was right.
Annie L. Wilcox, what did you do?
I told you about it. You know the Laredo robberies? Well, we caught the thief.
Wait, so that's real?
Of course, Mom. I told you.
She's telling the truth. You're not pulling my leg, right? Oh boy. Annie, we'll talk more about this later. But I'm proud of you. But you've got to be careful.
Yes, Mom. I'm gonna be the best ranger surveillance assistant ever.
Thank you for helping my girl and anything else involved. Take this. Lord preserve me.
Emily and I have big plans. Criminals, beware.
Where's Emma?
Just nothing for now. You got some business with me?
I'm here that solved the marshal sent me.
Oh, well, if the marshal sent you to me, that means he's looking to recruit you. Just so you know what you're getting into, I'll explain who we are and what we do. Well, the Freestar Rangers ensure the safety and security of the Freestar Collective and its people. We might hunt down a fugitive, break up a smuggling operation, investigate a starship theft, or put some would-be bank robbers behind bars. Whatever needs doing to keep the people safe, we do.
Don't most places have their own security forces?
Sure, but we Rangers work across the whole of Freestar Collective space.
Yeah, that's admirable.
Like most things that are worth doing, it ain't always easy. But do I think we make the Freestar Collective a little safer for everyone? Yeah, I do. I imagine you've got some questions. I'll answer anything I can.
Are there a lot of Rangers?
The number's always changing due to retirements, recruiting, and unfortunately, death in the line of duty. But as far as I know, there's never been more than a dozen Rangers at any one time.
What authority do the Freestar Rangers have?
Well, in theory, a Freestar Ranger can go anywhere in Freestar Collective space, even private property. But of course, it doesn't always work out that way. We also have jurisdiction over any local security when we're tracking a fugitive.
I know what I need to do. Let's continue.
Okay then. A word about myself. I'm in charge of making sure anyone that wants to be a Freestar Ranger is up to the task. That being said, the Marshal wouldn't send you here if he didn't think you had potential. So, what's it gonna be? Are you ready to sign up with the Freestar Rangers?
Hell yeah!
I prefer a more... I'll give you the details.
Might be a good fit for you. The Rangers can do a lot of good.
Before I hand you a badge, I need to know you can handle the job. You helped out with the hostage situation, but sometimes people just get lucky. Tell you what, use the mission terminal and take one of the listed jobs. Your choice. Come back alive, and we'll talk about you. This is a dangerous line of work, and I'm not... Sorry. then I suggest
Akila City is
staying
safe
out of
because
trouble.
of my mom.
You're probably looking for Matt.
And the other rangers.
The doctor can provide any supplies you might need.
I hear you've
Well, hey
been
there.
real busy keeping an eye on.
Got into a tussle with a Shaw Gang smuggling ship in Kodos orbit. Had to limp back to Akila City, with my ride mostly in one piece. It was a bit of a hard landing. Turns out one of them had a breathing tube in for a spell.
On the spying and keeping lists of suspicious.
Last I saw, it was on fire and doing a swan dive. I appreciate you saying. Truth is, I've been in tougher scrapes than that. But here I am. Right now, not much. Meanwhile, I've been trying. That way, when I'm cleared for field.
Is there anyone else I need to talk to?
Helga says I spend too much time at my terminal.
Pull up a seat, friend.
Before we end the short stream.
If you're looking for the Rangers, check the upper levels or the cantina.
Gotta keep an ear to the ground.
I think we're good.
You should try food buns beer. It's brewed in the city and it ain't bad.
These Rangers are some hard-blooded.
Not everyone gets to say they work at the Rock.
You've got guts, no doubt about that. Appreciate you stepping up.
No, not you. Well, the worst we usually get.
Remember to talk to Emma?
We're peacekeepers. Usually that Emma Wilcox can tell.
Yeah, Emma did. Get through the rest of this.
It's really an honor to be able to help out.
All right, I think we've done everything we can in the Freestar Collective. We've talked to both of them. That's the meeting room. Okay. So next stream, which will probably be tomorrow at this point, we can get through some more. We'll start going through what we need to do for the Rangers, and then the next bit of portion with